Hi Virgos, and welcome to your January 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead of January. I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope that you are enjoying the new calendar year that is here. I can't believe it's 2022, though it is. And there is a lot of change in the air, certainly, coming in. It's kind of like knowing that it's about to come, though it's not quite here yet. February of 2022 for everyone signifies a major paradigm shift that is starting on January the 18th with the nodal shift happening, where the nodes move from Sag and Gemini to Taurus and Scorpio. And about 2 weeks after that is in effect, we get a pretty sizable paradigm shift. So what is that looking like for the sign of Virgo, and what is January as a month saying to me about your sign? Well, I basically feel that there are two separate worlds that you have one foot in at this time, and it's starting to probably get a little bit frustrating to not really know which one to commit to fully and whether or not you should commit to one fully. Basically, this is a period of time where having a lot of options and a lot of different moving components in your life may really be the best thing, but it feels as if it's like either too difficult to upkeep or it's like not fitting with our sort of fictional narrative of having like that one big cause in our life, and it's like all that we contribute to, it's all that we create. So I feel honestly, Virgo, that the main thing to realize here in the month of January for your sign is that it's okay to have options. It's okay to have different ways that things could change, or different ways that things could coalesce in your life. But make sure that each of those individual moving parts are basically structured properly or justified in their own right. So if you can kind of, make each of these moving parts, each of these different dreams, each of these different goals become a real, true, legitimate cause, I think that you will have a win-win situation on your hands. And I think that you will feel better. But what I'm recommending for every sign, and I will also recommend this to your sign by what I'm seeing here, is to try to pare things down, okay? Trying to not have to work overtime, trying to not spend as much, trying to make your life as compressed as possible so that new things are possible. If you're a Virgo who already feels that you are operating at your highest capacity, that maybe last year you stepped out on a limb and devoted yourself to your purpose, or like started, the business of your dreams, or, saw the relation of your dreams come into your life experience and flower, you can feel free to increase that here and now and to really just make it big. But if you're a Virgo that is not really satisfied with what 2021 gave you, a Virgo that is not really feeling it, or feels that it's not really indicative of your higher purpose, here is a month where you can make things really small and really compact so that it's possible for new energy to flower. I feel that you have many new seeds that are ready to sprout. You might not think the seeds are there. You might not think the starting points exist, but they're there, and they're much more sizable than you might imagine. So basically what I'm saying here is that the things that you might not be contributing that much to in your life, like the old momentums or the things that you've been sidelining for a long time, could be really opportune for you now. And then it's possible that, what has been the bulk of your reality, or, the job that has been taking most of your time, may not be as significant as it used to be. So there's maybe a switching of significance. There's a switching happening here for you, and I would capitalize on that if I were you. Especially if you know that you've wanted to change. I mean, I'm seeing the Judgment reversed. I'm seeing the High Priestess reversed. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's very easy to just continue keeping on with something you don't really enjoy. Maybe it pays your bills. Maybe it works. Maybe you're getting raises. Maybe you're getting promotions in an industry that you don't love. And you can just keep on doing that for the rest of 2022. But it is starting to be important to understand how to start to really enjoy it, like how to understand that this could be your purpose or your calling, and to make it that, or to start preparing a bridge or preparing a exit point. The worst case scenario at this time is to just commit yourself to something you hate. And that's the simplest way to put it. Like, I don't want anybody to feel heavy. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh my gosh, do I not like what I'm doing? I think that people know whether they do or don't like what they're doing, and I would hope that this reading wouldn't have an impact on that one way or another, because the real issue coming up for Virgo in January is like, do I walk or do I stay? I mean, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. It's looking pretty clear. The way that you can basically answer this for yourself or know whether you should stay or go in any given situation is to ask yourself if it gives you a wonderful sense of belonging while you're doing it, while you're in it, while you're creating it. Do you feel you belong? Do you feel as if you're with your family? Do you feel as if you're doing something that comes naturally, or do you feel as if you're doing something that is unnatural for yourself? These are good ways to think about it, but let's go ahead and jump into this week to week, Virgo. In the first week of January 2022, you have the Empress rooted down by the 8 of Cups. You can totally just start to move along now if you want. Like, you have all the authority, you have all of the luck and abundance to walk away from something or to step out onto your own path here. There could also be a want to just relax, though, or a want to rejuvenate, which I think takes priority, okay? But it could be very rejuvenating to start to explore new territory or to start to look to new horizons. As 8 of Cups deals more with new horizons, I think, than many people consider, because you're having to step onto that new soil. You're having to, walk away from some of this previous emotional security. So I don't feel that anybody really wants to ever jeopardize their security in Capricorn season. But I feel that it's more jeopardizing to your security perhaps to stay in places that are not really true for you. And it's important to just understand where you stand one way or another on that topic in the first week of January. Week 2, you have the 6 of Swords rooted down by the High Priestess reversed. So you are in a transitional phase. And you might not see the significance of it yet, but it will come. The High Priestess reversed is about insignificance or not understanding the spiritual importance of what you're going through, though it is there. So this is probably just a matter of letting time pass or letting yourself go through this transition and then seeing on the other side how you feel, because it feels that you're in transition one way or another. Okay. Week 3, you have the Lovers rooted down by the 5 of Swords. So yes, that's very 2021. Again, January is kind of like a culmination of 2021, even though we are in the calendar year of 2022. It won't be until February and March that we really feel a big shift in energy. So the Lovers was very much a 2021 card. So you might just still be having to face some of that stuff. You might just still have to be at the crossroads and wait for data, wait for insights, wait for communication. And with that being rooted down by 5 of Swords, I mean, I would keep an eye out for people who are like depriving you of information or any also messages between the lines, or being able to see data that isn't reliant on a messenger or reliant on someone else's delivery to you. And I think that that will be a good start for having some healing come into your life. Week 4, you have the 8 of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by the Judgment card reversed. So yeah, that's where it's really visible. And this is where we see the penultimate or the ultimate culmination of 2021, 3rd and 4th week of January especially. So many people have worked so hard in 2021, and now that's what their life is just like working really hard. And 8 of Pentacles reversed, like crafting something that you don't particularly like to craft, working the factory, working the conveyor belt line, that's what I feel 8 of Pentacles reversed to be like. And you might have to step out of that. In fact, I feel like the universe is like, come on, Virgo, here we are. Here's another line out. Here's like how you can change or make this all work better. But you might not be willing to listen to it. You might prefer that steady paycheck or that steady routine, which is certainly commendable and understandable now. Though how can it become better for you, and how can you maybe ascend within it more, or view it in a different context in your life if you know that you are staying there, or if you know that that is what you want to commit yourself to? There's no shame here, because even like some of the, I don't know what people would consider some of the most like white collar positions end up sometimes being like 8 of Pentacles reversed too. And it's just like another position in the factory at the end of the day. Not always, but some of those are like that. So this is not just applying to like people who are working in a very conventional, like, workforce. Like, this can be anybody. This can be a self-employed person. This can be a business owner. This can be really anybody who is not satisfied anymore with the consistency in their life. You know, the point in time where consistency becomes a detriment, the point in time where repetition becomes a threat to the higher program offered to you. So it's almost like you have permission here to get a little bit inconsistent, or to like, and you got to be careful with that, and you got to be careful where you apply it. But you definitely, I think, have incredible opportunity here to work less hours, or to mix things up a little bit, and to make sure you're open to this sound, or this like angelic sort of voice that is going to be speaking to you by the 4th week of January. Try to turn that judgment card face up and make the judgments you need to make, and be open to the judgments being made around you, so that you can understand the path. Like that's a really good way to draw a path in life, is to understand your judgment, and then also to understand the judgment of others around you, or the higher universal judgment on the entire industry or context in which you're operating. And there you have the creation of a path, you know, when those two things come together. So think about it from that context, Virgo, and let's talk more about that in your extended reading. I will talk about path crafting, and a little bit about health and relationships for you as well. So yes, that will be linked below and in the center of your screen. Have a wonderful month ahead, Virgos. It's been a joy. Talk to you soon. Bye.